So I made my last video, I talked about batteries, and I want to continue in that light. So folks, in order for a battery to work, the basic principle is that both electrodes has to be made of dissimilar materials. And the electrodes in the battery would be representative of the masculine and the feminine energy. One electrode is, they're bifurcated into what's called a cathode, which is a positive, and anode, which is a negative. And that is representative of the masculine energy and the feminine energy. But what's so important is that in the battery, the anode, which is the negative energy, which are electrons, they're subatomic particles, they flow and have to and must flow towards the cathode, which is the positive energy. And in so flowing, power is released in the form of electricity into the bulb or whatever the device is that it's connected to. And then you get that useful work, whether it's light from the flashlight, the bulb, or music from a radio or a TV or whatever the device is. Useful work is the result of the electrical power that is transferred or transformed into the useful work. But what's interesting is that the negative energy has to flow towards the what's called the cathode, which is the positive terminal of that battery. And so in order for the battery to work, one element is a receiver of the electrons, and the other element is a giver of the electrons, which is the negative energy. So there must be so one element likes to give up the electrons, which are the negative energy, and the other terminal, which is the positive, likes to receive the negative energy, which are the electrons in terms of the particles. And with the reception of the electrons, that terminal transmit that energy in the form of a current or electricity to the bulb, and the bulb gives us light, which is useful work, which is called, in terms of physics, it's called useful work. And what I thought was interesting about that is that comparing that to masculine and feminine energy, your woman likes to give up her energy to you. She likes to do that. You inherently, naturally, organically like to receive her energy, because that's how a battery function. You have to have the similar energies, right? Positive and negative terminal. For you and I, it would be masculine and feminine. And the negative terminal likes to give up its energy to the positive terminal, and the positive terminal therefore converts that energy into what's called useful work. And so that in terms of how we are to function with each other, naturally and organically, your woman wants to give her feminine energy to you. She has to. It's the science. And the man naturally wants that feminine energy. He likes that feminine. He needs that feminine energy so that he can convert that feminine energy into what's called useful work, which is his ability to be a man and a provider and a protector and a overall, constructive human being and a constructive additive to society. He adds to his society, whether it's building his business, whether it's starting a company, or that energy that is going to be transferred into what's called, again, useful work, whatever his career may be, whatever his provisions and providing may be. And it's the same, it's parallel to the battery. I mean, I've been studying the battery and looking, and it's an amazing concept when you think about how batteries operate, how they work. And again, Hermetic philosophy, as within, so without. So when we study these things, these devices in our environment, we actually learn about ourselves more so than anything. All right, till next time, peace.